Okay. Good morning again.
Good morning.
And last night we leaped forward. I transported an hour into the future. That was pretty cool. So, and everybody here did the same thing. It's good to see everybody here. And we'll know the people that didn't, they'll be showing up in about another 10 minutes. So if they do, okay. So last week, Ryan, he spoke about opening the door to enlightenment, which I found was closely related to what I chose to speak about today. Mine is more of a personal journey, but Ryan and I think he would agree with me that this reinforces how important this is in our development, the subject matter. Over the years, I've been working on myself to try and let go of my ego and become more spiritual. During the journey, I've heard about spiritual leaders say we must have questions. We should question everything that we were ever taught in our lifetime to get to the core of who we are. I found some answers, but there are a few which I still search for the answers. And they are, who am I? Who is this? And what do I seek? Every year we have celebrations where we wear masks. Mardi Gras, Halloween, costume parties. And this is a time we can assume a character and play that part as much as we want. And it keeps us away from who we are. And that's the fun of it, to not be ourselves. If the costume is good enough, people won't know who you are behind the mask. They don't see the real you. In actuality, we don't see our real selves, and if we do, only in glimpses. If we did, we might see how, when we are pretending to be someone else, I wear the mask for work, for parties, for friends, and even my relatives. I have these masks that I wear until I start to realize that they are the reasons people don't know me, and most importantly, I don't know who I am. There's a duality within ourselves. Can I be honest and also a liar? Can I be a good person or a bad person? And there are many times I say, well, I'm a very honest person. I don't tell lies and all that. But have I ever lied in my life? Yes. So there is that duality there. I don't normally see the duality. Why not? Because I don't want to acknowledge the darker side of who I think I am. The dark side is stuffed deeply within our consciousness, hidden from ourselves and others. We think something is wrong with me. I'm not okay. I'm not lovable or deserving or worthy. I'm in a denial of that part of me, and in doing so, I'm also rejecting myself. That's the part we don't like. And if I don't like myself, how can I really love myself? I like the term in this where out of fear and out of desire, I betray myself. How do I betray myself? Have you seen that sometimes we do things and later wonder, who was that? Surely not me, but it was you. How many times have we gone with the crowd? Allow others to influence us and blame them when things don't go right. I love the saying, nobody can take advantage of you without your permission. How many times have we given permission when wearing the mask? Who's behind the mask? Why am I not who I believe I am? So when I have these questions, I have to start from scratch. What do I need to do? Meditation can be the beginning for many. For others, it may become aware of ourselves. And I like to term that as self-observation, when we look within and we see ourselves. Occasionally I hear a voice uttered in some dark recess of me. And whose voice is it? Well, I have not been aware, but I just ignored the voice. Can I acknowledge and accept another side of myself? If one can get past the fear that one might be able to become aware, to see what that voice has been saying, is it negative? Is it positive? Is it saying what you question? Is this right or wrong? What happens when I remove that mask? What do I see? What do I expose? Who is this? I have questions and no real answers. I used to say I was trying to find out who I was, but the more I looked inward, the less I knew about myself. As Ryan showed in his presentation, he had a list of 12 things we hold on to which keep us stuck in that belief in what I think I am. And some of those, I'm not going to read the whole list, but and I can find on this. Yep. Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Here it is. Stuck emotions, unresolved hurts and scars, blaming, inability to try something outside of what you already know, projecting, codependency, rationalization. Those are things that go on in that. I finally reached a point, I don't know who I am. And if I don't know who I am, how can I know what I seek? I started listening to the quiet voice, the voice I had ignored for a long time. All of a sudden, things started to change. I'm not making the changes, but they're happening. There are many questions, and I don't know what is true or false anymore. All I seem to know is I don't know. As I begin to ask questions, looking for something to hold on to, I become aware. My mind opens up. I realize I am not in control. And that's the biggest thing that realizes you are not in control. Right and wrong don't seem to be real anymore. Can I be objective and still be emotional? And does it matter? I started this journey over 30 years ago, and sometimes I think I've come to an end, and an incident comes up, and I see myself react, or a thought comes up as a reaction. When I pause and just be for the moment, I find that I'm allowing something other than my emotion to react. Something else happens, and I don't know where it came from, or even if I can own it. And I've learned over time that I don't make decisions based on anger. I pause and I look at it objectively and see what the real answer could be for me. My wish is that my spirit deep within me, which I have masked all these years, I wait for that voice. I try to ignore that loud voice and pause and wait for the quiet one. Most of us have been on this path of spirituality. They've tried many things along the way. Some things work and some don't. I wear a medallion. It's an American Indian design. And I know you won't be able to see it, but basically it's called the Man in the Maze. What it represents is a person's journey through life. The twists and turns represents choices through life. The twists and turns are the choices that you made in your life. With each turn, man becomes more understanding and stronger of a person. At the center, when he has the final opportunity to look back upon all his choices in the path, so when you reach the middle of the maze, that's when you see God, and God blesses you and says, you have made it. As Ryan presented in the University of Metaphysical Sciences, I'm going to read that part because it really was impactful to me. The spiritual awakening process can be transformational and life-changing experience, but it is not always easy. It can be challenging and difficult because it involves a profound transformation of one's consciousness and a way of being that requires willingness to confront deep-seated patterns, beliefs, and emotions. Spiritual awakening difficulties are common and to be expected. Difficulties and challenges are impossible to avoid during a spiritual awakening process. So it gets down to who we're looking and searching, and it will always come back to, what do you seek? Who am I? What do you seek? Who am I? What do you seek? Who are you? In the long journey of self-discovery, I think I can find a few things that have worked for me. Number one, pause and be quiet and listen to that quiet voice. 2, search inside yourself, question what it is saying, and verify it for your own satisfaction. 3, confront those things you consider dark and ugly about yourself, and that takes real courage. And 4, find your truth, love yourself, and embrace your whole being. When you get to this point, the mask comes off, and you can be your true self. You can love yourself and can have unconditional love and peace. Namaste.
Namaste.